What do you think some sports or some teams have rowdier or more devoted fans than other sports and teams? Why do you think some sports or some teams have rowdier or more devoted fans than other sports and teams? Memorabilia is like, for example, jerseys, a certain soccer ball from one major game. Other sports, they might buy like a baseball bat or a baseball. There's people that collect these items and they spend thousands and thousands of dollars on, for example, a jersey that's signed by Cristiano, or what's his name? Ronaldo. You see, I am just I'm so good at the soccer stuff. Okay, how are you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? You look tired.
Actually, yes.
Yeah. Why are you so tired? Were you up late watching soccer games?
No. So today I started gym, and also
the gym.
I have university exam. Till now
right.
I was studying, so entire day was spent for studying and gym.
Oh man, I do not miss those days at all. When is your exam finished? I can't remember. I think you told me in a month, right?
Actually, yes. 1 week it will finish.
And how long is your summer break?
Summer break, we spend our summer break.
Oh, you already had your... Oh, what do you mean?
Yes.
So how does your curriculum work? Like, so for example, in the States, we had 2 semesters every year, academic year. It started in September. The first started in September and ended in December. The second started in January and ended in May. And then we had May, June, July, and August off, 4 months.
Actually,
How does it work in Afghanistan?
In here, March, we started our lessons. Actually, in here is different year. It's not 2020. It's another. What should I say? It's another kind of years.
What?
We start our year, new year, in March of your years. In 2000.
Oh, really?
March, it's the first day of our year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
So like 2020 started in March, not January.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I had no idea. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to pull up the lesson that we started yesterday. So then how does your curriculum start? Or how does it? So it starts in March and then it ends when? Like, what is your summer break?
4 months it will end. Actually, our summer break, 2 months will be our summer break.
Nice. And what will you do, or what do you do typically in your summer break?
In summer break, I go with family, called the city Badakhshan. They're beautiful, so we spend entire summer and yeah.
Oh, and what is the city like? Is it like a smaller city, like countryside?
It's like, yes, it's like countryside, but it's mediocre.
Oh,
Not so big, not so small.
Yeah, like medium size, not mediocre. Mediocre means like not very good.
Oh, no.
I was like, wait, why? Yeah, mediocre is like, for example, I'm drinking coffee. This coffee is mediocre. Like, it's not very good. It's not terrible, but it's not. It's actually really good, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, mediocre means terrible. Oh, interesting. And why do you go to that city?
In summer, the weather is great, so lots of pictures and so mountain. it's also jungle in there. Jungle, should I say?
Oh, jungle or like forest?
Forest, yes, forest.
Yeah, okay.
So overall, one of the beautiful cities of Afghanistan.
When I think of Afghanistan, I think of like desert. I don't think of forest. But you actually have like all types of ecosystems, correct?
Yes, actually, Afghanistan is not like a desert. It's mountain country.
Mountainous.
Mount-
For example, when you think of Mexico, do you think of like a certain type of ecosystem? Or
Actually,
you don't think, maybe you don't think of Mexico. Or like the United States. Do you ever think of like it's kind of
I
interesting.
think it's like desert.
Yeah. No, it's not at all either. Why do we think that every place is a desert? That's weird. Even Mexico, a lot of people say that about Mexico. Like, I think of Mexico being a desert, but there's like hardly any desert here. The United States has a lot of ecosystems as well. Where I grew up, it's all forest and lakes. No mountains, but it's very green. Okay.
Yes, that's great. Green. I love
Yes.
place. Balakshan also green. This is why we are go summer in there.
So is that where you are now, in this mediocre town? No.
I'm in my city, in Mazar.
Very nice. Okay, let's check out this lesson again. Can you see the slide that says vocabulary?
Yes.
Woohoo! Okay, so yesterday we talked about all these words: fanatic, ritual, superstition, riot, rowdy. Okay, do you remember the meanings of all of these words, or do you have any questions on these?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you have a question, or yes, you understand?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, what is it?
Rude?
Oh, rowdy.
No.
Oh, wait. This one, riot?
Riot.
Yeah, remember riot is like when people behave in like an uncontrollable way. For example, a lot of times after big soccer matches or baseball matches or whatever it is, if your team loses, the fans go crazy and they go to the street. They start like hitting cars with baseball bats. They like break into stores. They start stuff on fire. That's a riot.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a protest. Like people just go crazy. Do you know of a certain like riot? I think there was a really bad one after a baseball game once in the States. And it was like historic. I mean, I think it was somewhere in like Philadelphia, and the streets were like on fire because people were so mad that their team lost. Can you think of any examples like that, or have you heard of anything like that?
I think it's typical in Argentina.
They're crazy.
Yes, they have two teams, Boca Juniors and River Plate. Every time they fight with each other, every time.
Yes. There's a lot of Argentinians in Mexico, and they're very, do you know the word feisty?
Feisty? No.
Yeah, feisty. I'm going to type it. It's spelled like that. Feisty means that you always are like ready to fight. Like any little thing makes them mad. They're super explosive. So I believe that. I think that they're very feisty. So if they have the opportunity to fight each other, they're going to.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, perfect example. Okay. And so we kind of talked about some of these yesterday, but have you ever been a fanatic about anything? Oh no, we already looked at these questions. Next. You already told me. Okay, is there any sports team in your area or in your city that you follow?
Actually, not in my city. Overall, Afghanistan, I support and I follow. It's football team.
Yeah. Do you go to games in the stadium?
No,
Okay. So you're not that big of a fanatic.
no, no, not. I'm not big fanatic of the internal in Afghanistan.
Yeah. Okay. Will you read the second question out loud, please?
I don't have the.
Oh, okay. I'll read it out loud then. How do people usually watch the team play in your city? We already kind of talked about this, but what is typical? You told me what your friends do, but what do people typically do in your city when there's a big game on?
In my city, when a big game on, actually in here is not. In here, people not fanatic of sports, every kind.
Oh,
They just
at all.
follow Europe Liga and their TV. But I said it's Barcelona, Real Madrid face each other, so it will be a little not so big.
Oh, interesting. Here in Mexico, everyone is a fan, like in my city. And if there's a big game on, you'll hear all the neighbors. Like if there's a goal, you'll hear everyone. "Ah!" Like you'll hear the neighbors yelling and cheering, or like if you're out in the street, you know that there's a soccer match on because everyone is in their house watching it and they're like yelling at the screen and they're having a big party. It's crazy. Yeah. So at first, when I first got here, I was like, what is happening? Why is everyone yelling all the time? But it's because of the soccer. Okay. Are there extreme reactions to the local team's wins and losses in your area? So
Extreme reactions in my area. I think it's between local teams. It happened when a team lost. They started fighting with players to the winner team.
Okay.
So they are not accept that we lost. So they started fighting some.
They start riots.
Yes, they start riots.
Very good. Okay. Which sports have the rowdiest, most devoted fans? What do you think?
In the world?
Yeah, in the world. Tell me, what do you think?
Of course, football.
Yeah, okay. When you think of rowdiness, like what would be the rowdiest country that you can think of?
Rowdiest country, I think in Europe you can find the rowdiest people. They are rowdy but not rowdiest. So I think in Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, these kind of countries, you can find rowdiest fans. So, but if we see, I think overall football fans are rowdy, whether it's England or whether it's in Argentina, whether it's in Spain. All of them have some rowdiest fans.
Are there any players that you can think of that are rowdy? Like that have a history of getting in fights or just being like explosive?
Yes. It's a player named Diego Costa. It's in Atletico Madrid. If he came in a stadium, he fight with defender of rival team.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's really explosive.
Are there any teams that are like more aggressive, like historically or like usually more aggressive like that?
I think Boca Juniors in Argentina.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I could see that. You know a lot about football. Holy cow. You are a fanatic. Let's see. What do you think some sports or some teams have rowdier or more devoted fans than other sports and teams? Why do you think some sports or some teams have rowdier or more devoted fans than other sports and teams?
So I say that football is the first sport in the world who has more follower, who most people watch it. So in England, I just saw a documentary. It's like a religion, football in England.
Yeah,
So
totally.
if something is like a religion, so how their fan behave with the team, how they are rowdy if their team lost. So I think England have the rowdiest football fans in the world. All of his stadium is fully booked. So 80,000 fans, 60,000
Yeah.
fans.
The stadiums, we would say the stadiums are sold out.
Yes, stadiums are sold out.
Like every game sold out. You cannot find a single seat in the house.
Yes, of course. In England, you cannot find a single seat before the match, 1 hour, 2 hour, or one a day. They book tickets 1 month in advance.
So crazy. I can't imagine being that big of a fan of something. And I'm sure the tickets are really expensive too.
Actually, yes. If a big match happen, like Real Madrid, Barcelona, or in England, Manchester United with Liverpool, these two are big rival in England. So I just read an article.
I just
that
read.
was-
Read?
I just read. I just read an article that one ticket sold $8,000.
No, $8,000 for a ticket?
$8,000 in black market.
Crazy. What do you think about these fans that buy, like, okay, you know what sports memorabilia is?
Memorabilia?
Yeah, have you ever heard this word? I typed
No.
it. Memorabilia is like, for example, jerseys, a certain soccer ball from one major game. Other sports, they might buy like a baseball bat or a baseball. There's people that collect these items and they spend thousands and thousands of dollars on, for example, a jersey that's signed by Cristiano, or what's his name? Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
You see, I am just I'm so good at the soccer stuff. Okay, so what do you think about those people that buy, would you ever buy a jersey for an outrageous amount of money?
Actually, in here we can find like that kind of jersey who's signed by own players. But yes, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, they sign, and a single shirt sold like $300,000, $100,000, or
That is so crazy.
Yes. What should I say? The boots or the
The soccer, I think they're called cleats.
what?
Cleats. I think it's spelled like
Cleats?
this. Cleats. Yes. I think that's how you spell them. Yeah, the soccer shoes are called cleats. They have like the little spikes on the bottom, right?
Yes. So also they're sold and very expensive. So yes, it's usual in football.
Yeah, is that interesting to you or crazy, or? I find that to be crazy. I would never spend thousands of dollars on something that's just going to sit on my shelf.
So I think if you were being Europe, if you were be a football fans, so I definitely say that you can, if you afford, you can buy that, because something that you have a T-shirt for your ideal soccer player is something like a great experience. So you can say that this shirt Cristiano Ronaldo wear and played 90 minutes with it. So it's now in my. I wear it now. So
would you wear it or would you just hang it on your wall?
first of all, I will wear it and I will feel what it look like, and after that, I will put it on the wall.
You'd go out in the street, so you'd be like, "Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo wore this." You'd show everyone in town.
Yes, I will post photos in my Instagram and my Facebook, and I will send messages
of course,
WhatsApp. I will go.
Yeah. You'll tell everyone in your family, and everyone will be like, "Oh, did you see what Noor got?"
I think my not big.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd be like, did you hear how much you spent on that shirt? It's crazy.
Say like that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see here. Oh, do you have any like major football players from Afghanistan that are playing in like international leagues?
Yes, we have one player, Nadim Amiri, is playing in Bundesliga in Germany.
So is he like the nation's pride? Is he very famous in Afghanistan? No,
in Afghanistan he's famous, but Owen Nadim Amiri is playing for Germany, not playing in Afghanistan for Afghanistan national team.
Right. Yeah, he's playing for Germany, right? There was one here when I first got to Mexico 10 years ago. His name, I don't remember. And I don't remember what team he played for, but they called him Chicharito.
Yes,
Chicharito.
Hernandez.
What is his name?
Hernandez. He was playing in Manchester United.
Yes. And he was Mexico's pride. Everywhere you'd go, you'd see his picture. Every bus that passed by, his picture. Everyone wore his jerseys. I mean, he still plays, right? I don't even know. Yeah. But this was like 10 years ago or 9 years ago when he first like went to England. And everyone talked about him. Everyone would watch the games. This would be like the game where you'd be out on the street and hear everyone yelling. It's because of the pride of Mexico was playing in England. Yeah, it was cool to see. Okay, so the Afghanistan, they don't treat this player like that.
They treat foreign players like that.
Oh, interesting. Oh, the poor guy. Okay. Okay, are professional athletes considered role models in your country?
What?
Do you know what this phrase is, role models? No. Okay. A role model is a person that, for example, children, they like idolize, or adults, they look up to this person. They aspire to be like that person.
Can you read the question?
Okay. So, yes, are professional athletes considered role models in your country?
Yes, of course. I just said.
Yeah, everywhere, I think, right?
My idol, my role model is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, very good. Your role model is him. It's kind of sad though, because a lot of times my role model, oh my gosh, I don't think I have one. Let me think about it. I'll tell you tomorrow. I don't think I have a role model. No, when it comes to sports, I really don't have a role model. I don't know. Let me think about it. I'll tell you. Oh, Chicharito Hernandez. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Do you think that professional athletes should consider how their behavior affects young fans? So, for example, a lot of times these athletes, they're amazing in their sport, but sometimes they have tons of money and they do like stupid things, and they're caught, doing horrible things or, drinking or doing drugs or whatever. Do you think that they should take more consideration into how their behavior affects young fans?
Actually, in my opinion, no, it's not. And it's not like impact on children or in young generation. Again, I'm talking with to football. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, the best athletes in football. So the best players in football, they got this position by hard working, not just by coming and playing something like that. But they just got this position by hard working. So it means a person like me, I'm a young generation. I will, if I see Cristiano Ronaldo, I aspire. I'm motivated. What things
Yeah, I'm inspired
by him. So I think it will impact in positive manner, not in negative manners. Yes, some players are they just spend the nights, they overdrink, they. I think buying expensive car is not a bad thing. Say you hard work, you gain lots of money, you buy cars. Like Cristiano Ronaldo, he bought $3 million a Bugatti last year. So yes.
Crazy. Is it what do you think about like the amount of money that professional athletes are paid? Do you think it's outrageous? Do you think it's they're worth it? What is your thoughts?
No, it's not worth it. Ronaldo, 30 million euro, his wages in a year. Not like yes,
that's crazy, right?
What they do with this kind of money? So they should
Yes.
Distribute this money in poor countries, in developing countries. It will be it equalize the living or something like that. It's not worth it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Okay, we just have 3 minutes left. I want to do the story that you taught me how to do. Let's do it about the soccer team or the soccer game we just went to, okay? Okay, so Nora, I just went to, it's a story. Okay, I just went to a soccer game and my favorite team was playing Real Madrid versus Barcelona.
Okay. So, and Magnolia was a Real Madrid fan.
Oh, okay. And I'm a huge Real Madrid fan, and Real Madrid won. I was so excited. And I went out to the street and I found a Barcelona fan.
So you just finished the match and you won. So I mean, you still spend some time in the stadium. So Real Madrid scored a goal and Magnolia was become a rowdy and so Real Madrid won the match and. Magnolia faced a Barcelona fan, and Magnolia said to Barcelona fan, "We won the match. You are losers."
Yes, and the Barcelona fan took a hot dog and she threw it right at my face.
Okay, so and Magnolia.
And that's when the riot started.
And Magnolia. Magnolia, what did Magnolia get on the shoes? What?
I took off my shoes.
Magnolia hate that Barcelona fan. So yes.
Yes. And the Barcelona fan, the shoe stuck in her face. And she got so mad that she pulled the shoe out and she threw it at the referee.
Oh, referee is outside of the stadium? Wow,
Yes.
poor referee
Yes.
realized that I'm in a very bad situation. Barcelona fans are seeing me and they beat me. And referee fan start running.
And all of the Barcelona fans started chasing after him. It was like the running of the
And
bulls.
Magnolia was so happy because Barcelona fans follow the referee, they not follow Magnolia.
That's right. And Magnolia, she's like, okay, this is my opportunity. I am out of here. And she left and she went to a nice restaurant and had some delicious tapas.
Lucky Magnolia. Finished.
Yes. Very cool. All right. Have a great day and we'll talk again soon.